All right, Nick. So obviously you've been a wedding photographer for the last few years, right? And you've been telling me how it's very unstable because some months you get more weddings to go and photograph than others. And that's obviously impacting you, it's impacting your family because you're not able to provide a stable income, right? So you told me that you wanted to change this because you're not happy with it anymore. You don't want it to continue. So have you actually tried anything to, or when did you actually notice that you needed to change one?
Was 6 months ago, man. To be honest, it was like in the summertime, and just fucking everything was just inconsistent as fuck. And
Okay.
I had an influx of jobs where I couldn't do them all, and then obviously someone else had them, and then the next month I had no jobs, and it's too stressful, man.
Okay. So yeah, I get that it's very stressful, man. But have you actually maybe tried anything to make that change?
Um, Not within the online space, man.
Okay, and why do you think? What's been stopping you from doing that, man?
Mm, I guess the promise that hopefully wedding photography will pick up, but it obviously isn't, and I guess I'm just I don't know, procrastinating on doing something, man. I guess.
Okay, because like 6 months is essentially a long time to be procrastinating. You know, you've been struggling with providing a stable income now for a while, man, and 6 months procrastinating, that's not going to get you any closer to where you want to be, right? Like, where has procrastinating for the last 6 months actually got you?
Nowhere closer to an extra income or replacing my income, really, man.
Okay, man, and like if you were to continue procrastinating, say for another 6 months or maybe even 12 months or whatever it is that gonna get you any closer to replacing your income?
No, no, it's not, man.
All right, man, and like why do you think that is?
Um, but it's just if you don't do anything, nothing's gonna change, man.
Okay, man. But like, why is this important to you now rather than 6 months ago?
Can't keep missing mortgage payments, man. Do you know what I mean? It's too stressful, and I just rip in money out my savings all the time.
Hmm. Okay, but was it not stressful 6 months ago? You told me that, you know, the sort of job flow started to go downhill. Did it not become stressful then?
Yeah, but like I said, I had the promise of thinking, no, it will pick up, it'll pick up. You know, it has been, I have had consistent work in the past. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it
Hmm.
for 8 years, man. It has been good. It's just market just seems oversaturated now with dog
Hmm.
shit fucking cheap photographers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that, man. Can you sort of try and help me understand, like, what actually caused you to procrastinate for 6 months? Like, what was holding you back from actually, stepping into something, trying to make a change?
Oof. I don't really know, man. To be honest, I don't know. Maybe just the promise of it getting better. I don't really know.
Okay, so we're saying that promise that it's going to get better has been holding you back from taking action.
I guess hoping maybe that something would take off, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, maybe fear of the unknown. I guess. I mean, like, it's a bit new to me, but ultimately just procrastinating on actually doing something, man.
Okay, man. You touched there on the fear of the unknown. Where did that fear actually come from, Nick?
I guess it's just wedding photography. So it's just I've done it for so long, and it's all I've known really. and yeah, it's just in my comfort zone, man.
Okay. Nick, tell me, like, whenever you started wedding photography, right? Like, did you know it was gonna work out whenever you started? How did you get over the fear of the unknown then, man?
But just started and hoped it would work, man.
Okay, so why couldn't you have done the same here?
I guess I have a little bit more to lose, but ultimately, like it's the same thing. Like if I don't know, I don't try. If you don't try, you don't
Exactly.
know. So,
Because ultimately, if you don't try, man, like, are you gonna get any closer to solving the problems that you're facing? Like, are you gonna be able to provide more money for your family and your kids if the wedding photography doesn't work out?
nah, not really, man. I'm gonna be in the same position.
All right, man. So, what do you think that fear of the unknown has cost you up until this point?
Ultimately, me not doing anything, man, and getting in a bad position, bro. To be honest.
For sure, man. Tell me, like, say we were to go back 6 months ago, to 6 months ago, right? Whenever you sort of realized that you needed to change,
Yeah,
what would you have done differently then?
probably just taking action, man. Then actually stepped into doing something online. At least, and he said no. I'd either be 6 months ahead doing something that could put me in a bad position, or at least I'd be 6 months ahead knowing that right, that's not for me, and I could try something else.
Okay, man. Okay. Because say it was 6 months ago, right?
Mm.
I we jumped on a call, right? And I straight up just gave you a guarantee that there's nothing to worry about and that this would get you to where you want to be. Would you have jumped on that?
Yeah, man.
Okay, man. Because like I just want to ask you, like, what does letting that fear of the unknown keep controlling you? What does that guarantee for you right now?
Well, I'm not going to take action.
Okay. And how will not taking action affect you?
But it's only going to keep me, where I am.
All right, man. And say you do get over that fear of the unknown, then what does that guarantee?
Sorry, man. Um, well, it's potentially the life I want, man.
Okay, so do you want to be the guy that lets the fear of the unknown control him and ultimately stays where he's at right now and continues to struggle? Or do you want to be the guy that improves his own life?
Second one, man.
All right, man. Well, why the second one as opposed to the first?
Well, it's a bit obvious, but he's gonna get towards where he wants to be, man.
Come on, because you said it's quite obvious, like, but ultimately you have been the first guy for the last 6 months, so why not just continue doing that?
He's not gonna get any closer towards where he wants to be, man. And it's not a spot that I want to be in anymore.
Come on. And what do you think you would actually say need to be able to sort of get over that fear of the unknown and get to where you want to be, man?
Definitely just step aside my comfort zone, man, and step aside the fear, bro, and take that first initial step towards doing something. Because, like we said, like nothing's gonna change if nothing changes.
Hmm. Okay. What do you feel like you would actually need to be able to take that first step on? Like, what would you actually need from the solution essentially to be able to get over that fear of the unknown and take the first step?
Mm, some sort of like guidance, I suppose, man. I mean, someone's actually, who knows what they're doing.
Okay, man. Okay. Why would that guidance be so important to you? Like, how would that actually help you?
Well, you're gonna need someone who knows what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? To teach you, someone who's walked the walk, just guide me. I mean, ultimately, it's something I don't know nothing about. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it on my own.
Okay, man. But like, what would having that guidance actually sort of provide for you? What's the benefit of having that guidance?
Well, yeah, I think you're gonna be stupid if you think you're gonna make it on your own, man. Do you know what I mean? They'll help, guide you along the way. They'll teach you what you need to do, rectify your mistakes, and you know, take you from start to finish.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Tell me, because Nick, the way I see it, right? So learning an online skill, essentially, the way I see it is it's like learning a new language, right? So say you were in school, and I don't know, did you study any languages in school?
Yeah, yeah, I did a few
What did you study?
like French, Spanish, and that.
There you go, right? So you walk into the classroom, and your teacher's standing there, right? Your French teacher. Well, you walk into the classroom, you speak to her for 5 minutes, and is that the job done?
No,
All right, man. So, like, what else would you actually need then, besides from just the French teacher alone, to actually be able to learn the language?
well, you speak with other people in the class and you conversate and go back and forth and learn.
Okay, okay. Why do you think that would be so important?
Um, well, fucking, as the saying, man, iron sharpens iron.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And having that sort of community around you, man, it's essential, really.
Mm. And do you see how that person to guide you and sort of teach you where you're going wrong and that community, like how that could benefit you in the online space, man?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, let's say I was able to give you that community and that guidance. Hypothetically, man, like, where do you think that if you had that in place, where do you think you could get to in the next, say, 6 months?
Yeah, man, I think you'd be like 6 months closer, bro, 100% towards
Hmm.
where you want to be.